We're the Mario Brothers and Plumbing's a game. Hey Paisanos, it's 3 a.m. I got out of the Mario movie, went to the midnight premiere, and it was really freaking good. I mean, I expected it to be really good. I think we all expected it to be really good. It just was. I think it was like an hour, 30 minutes, and it worked. I don't think there's anything in the movie. Well, there's a couple things in the movie that I'm not the biggest fan of, but we'll get to that. We'll start off, I guess, first with, did it feel like a good Mario movie? As somebody who has an unhealthy obsession with the series and just video games in general, yeah, it did. It was good. I liked it a lot, actually. Am I willing to say that I love it? Probably, because it's not hard to impress me. I think it was announced a little bit after the Universal and Nintendo collaboration with the theme parks and everything, that they were like, yeah, we're just gonna have, Illumination make the movie too, because Universal owns them as well. Yeah, when the Minion was in the Illumination logo in his little Mario Kart, I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. But that is like the only hint, other than maybe some character designs that are original that hint towards Illumination. I still don't like Illumination as a animation studio, I guess. The only thing that I think that I like of them other than this is still the first Despicable Me, but then it just literally goes downhill from there. The only reason that I think this even works in the first place is because Nintendo was definitely there with the Super Scope, just being like, not this, not this. But then there's also some things that I felt made it into a movie. Like, it felt Hollywood. Obviously, we got the voice actors and everything, which we'll get into, but it felt like a Mario movie through and through. I think a couple things were missing that were shocking, especially because other things were included, but I think I'm gonna have to leave some of those things for the spoilers. But we're gonna start off, I guess, with just some general stuff. I don't know where to start with this. I have no notes. I'm just doing this off the cuff. So we're gonna start with voice acting. Mario, Chris Pratt. It's a me, a Mario. I forgot he was Mario. I'm not saying that he was doing a Mario voice, but like it felt right for, I guess, that world and everything. I was not taken out by it at all. And I think it's so smart. I guess slight spoilers. He does do much closer to the Mario voice at some point than you think, but it's in the commercial that we've all seen the trailer for. And then Charlie Day as Luigi, I think we were all on board with that. I was so on board with that. Just a little anxious, chaotic ball, and it just fit. It just fit. That one was smart. If you're gonna do Hollywood A-list voice actors, I could not have asked for a better Luigi, I don't think. If I do, I guess I have had a long time to think about it, and I still haven't. Anya Taylor-Joy, Princess Peach. Good. It is a princess and it is Peach. Jack Black as Bowser is just perfect, If you're gonna make him talk, but also like actually say words instead of just a text box or something that matches up slightly, where you just like, it works perfect, I think. And he's got the charisma for Bowser because Bowser is a charismatic and very masculine flamboyant. I love him so much. He was so good. Cranky might have been a little bit much. Cranky was in the movie. I didn't really think anything too much. Donkey Kong, Seth Rogen, Donkey Kong was weirdly perfect, but also like the one person who I don't think did anything to the voice at all. I don't think Charlie Day did anything with the voice either, but it still just worked really well. Donkey Kong I don't think has ever really talked other than the TV show, and that did not work. Yeah, man, he did the laugh too, and like I couldn't help but just look over to my friend, shout out to Kirsten, and just laugh because it like fit, but it's Seth Rogen, and you can't help but know that it's Seth Rogen, and I want the Donkey Kong movie. I do. Toad, honestly, I think I forgot about Toad because Keegan-Michael Key, I don't know if they shifted his voice or whatever, but him as the primary Toad, I think they're gonna make him Captain Toad. Honestly, probably one of the most consistent and best voices that we actually got a lot of in the movie. That is, I guess, one thing that I will say, and I guess I'll lead into it. In terms of pacing, this movie is so fast. You're hopping from, you start off obviously in Brooklyn, they go through the pipes and everything, you get a little backstory and all that, and then you're in the Mushroom Kingdom, and then you see Luigi in the other kingdom, and then all that stuff, and then it's like that. It's only an hour and a half, And I think if I had to say anything without getting into spoilers, that is probably the biggest detriment, I think, to the movie, is that it's good that it moves so fast, but it feels so fast that I actually don't think a lot of the characters get to shine as much as everybody does a good job, and every character gets to do what it feels like they need to do in the movie, but there is no breathing room, and I definitely would have liked to have seen just like a little bit more from everybody overall. I don't think Mario needed more. I don't think Peach needed more. Bowser could have used a little bit more. Luigi definitely could have used a little bit more, not because he wasn't with Mario and he kind of was role reversal, the damsel in distress in this movie. You're perfect, my little man.
Wow.
Don't think anything of it. If you know me, I love him so much, and I will obviously get more Luigi, but I think just like looking at it objectively, Luigi could have used more. You're definitely getting a lot of Mario, a lot of Peach, a lot of Toad, because that is the trio that goes throughout the movie, and then you get a lot of Donkey Kong as well, and you get a good amount of Bowser. Not as much Bowser as I would have wanted along with Luigi, but it's just it's a fast movie, and I think, and I don't want movies to be like 2 hours long or anything, but in a movie that's so fast and that there's details everywhere, I think it would have been okay to breathe just a little bit more. And I guess that will also go into it. The movie is so beautiful. I'm gonna say from this point forward, spoilers, obviously, 3, 2, 1. But you see Mario's family. Mario has a dad. I'm pretty sure the dad was voiced by Charles Martinet, which is great. Honestly, like, there's the part at the end where they're like hugging and everything, and it's like, that's my dad or some shit, and it's like, oh, that is his dad. It's literally kind of Mario's dad, because it is Mario, and it was really cute to see it. And I don't have any problem with those character designs, but there's a couple background characters that I'm just like, those feel too close to that Illumination style that I'm not the biggest fan of. Like, I don't think it's atrocious. I think it can be atrocious now I'm thinking about it in some of the Despicable Me movies, but nothing in the movie itself is atrocious. It just kind of looks a little bit off compared to how the Mario characters like look. Like, it's hard to say because they mesh, but I see a little bit more influence in some of the background characters. Luckily, they're not in the movie a lot because, like I said, it moves fast and they're out of Brooklyn pretty fast, but it's really good to see that. I think that they put backstory to the movie as well, because other than that, it's very bare bones. But it's like a shut your ears off for a second and you miss a moment where it's just like, oh, they were working for Foreman Spike and then they quit, and then they started this business, and they just started the business. They just started it. But after the whole first plumbing sequence, and they go back home and you meet the family and everything, it just and then after that, I think they immediately jump to the sewers down there, and then they go into the pipe, and then at least in the Mushroom Kingdom, I think it was like 15 minutes. I looked at my phone, I was like, Jesus Christ, that was very fast, and they're already in the Mushroom Kingdom. I did not expect it at all. And also the Brooklyn section of the movie, it's so good for the eye because I need to watch the movie again because there's so many details. The entire like first area where they're at, where they're like watching the commercial and everything, it's just a Punch Out restaurant. Kid Icarus, Mario plays Kid Icarus on the NES. Like, obviously we all knew there was going to be Easter eggs in the movie and references. I would say they did a good job of weirdly segmenting them, because everything in the real world is an Easter egg, and then everything that we get in the Mario in the Mushroom Kingdom and that whole world, those are more references, because you obviously see the mushroom, the mini mushroom, the monkey. So it's weirdly a good like divide where you get to like just, it's backstory, and you get to look around. There's a little ice Pikmin glass that was cute. I saw that and I was like, I didn't think there was going to be a Pikmin reference. I really did not think there was going to be a Kid Icarus reference. That one sent me, why can't we just get the sequel to Kid Icarus Surprise? But in terms of references and like Easter eggs in general, I don't think there was anything that was left out of the Mario like canon. Like, if I were to go to every Super Mario game checklist in movie round. Let's say Super Mario 1, obviously kind of the whole movie, but specifically the part where they're going to the pipes, you see like the level 1 design, all that stuff. Super Mario Brothers 2. I can't really think of one, but I'm just gonna say Shy Guys because they're cute. Super Mario Bros. 3, you get Tanuki Mario. A Super Mario World, Yoshi, kind of. We'll get to that later. New Super Mario Brothers gets a reference, not only with the mini mushroom, which I don't think we knew at all was going to be in the movie. You get Buck and Barry and Ala Gold as the guards. I know that is a stretch. People are going to be like, oh, it's just a blue toad and a yellow toad. Why would they specifically make the two toads that probably talk the most, other than maybe like the weird old speaking why wasn't it just Toadsworth? I'm just thinking right now, they had the general captain there. Why wasn't it just Toadsworth? Why do they hate Toadsworth now? Side spin-off, Captain Toad. That is very clearly Captain Toad. They do the music before you get normal Mario music in the Mario world. Super Mario 64, you get King Bob-omb. You get Bob-omb Battlefield. I didn't think that we were gonna get both. Super Mario Sunshine is kind of the one that's a little bit left out. I'm pretty sure I saw next to the Punch Out pizza place, a Delfino looking, like, it looks so just the GameCube in general. Luigi, my boy, has a GameCube ringtone on his phone. Galaxy gets referenced, but weirdly enough, only in the Luma. I thought there was going to be way more, and I thought that was going to be the post-credits sequence, because Galaxy, I think, is probably the most recognizable. And then Odyssey is kind of just referenced all in the ending, you know, with the wedding and everything. Yeah, I literally don't think that anything, maybe outside of like side spin-off games, was left out, which is awesome. I think though that my favorite reference is the part where you like, subscribe, and leave a comment, and maybe I'll make another video in a year. I think for how simple the story was, which it's a Mario movie, it is a kids movie, and it's going to be simple, it's good to have those little references, you know? The only thing that I would say I wasn't shocked about going in, but I was still surprised that it actually was even more heavily built upon. Like, the entire middle section is kind of Donkey Kong. They establish this kingdom, and I think we're gonna get the spin-off movie. They're doing a spin-off for Super Nintendo World already in Japan. That's been announced, so they're gonna want to build Donkey Kong up as a bigger franchise than it realistically is now. I'm game. They get the plot moving. The Donkey Kong Kingdom, the Kong Kingdom gets the plot moving. Mario does not react nearly as weirdly as he should to there being so many talking monkeys. I am so happy that obviously Mario, we all saw the trailer, Mario Donkey Kong fight, and when they first meet, all that stuff for them to get the army. It's so shallow, it's so simple, but they genuinely have a rivalry, and they just kind of hate each other a little bit, but like in like a friend way. It's good because I was just like, okay, well, they gotta start off as rivals, right? You know, it's gonna be like that. It's the Mario origin, and Mario's origin is that he has something with Donkey Kong. I didn't expect it to be Jumpman, where he saves Pauline. DK rap in the movie, but just like pure DK rap. The glee in my mind and on my face was insane. Donkey Kong comes out WrestleMania style to, not the whole DK rap, of course, because they only kind of reference the other Kongs. It's so good to see Donkey Kong representation, I guess, in the Mario movie as like literally like the other primary kingdom, kind of leading into the Mario Kart segment of the movie. Then obviously Bowser Kingdom, bad guy, and Mushroom Kingdom, the heroes. It's weirdly, it kind of all fits together, but most people are Mario fans, and with that, most people are gonna see something that they love and be ecstatic about it. I think with that, I'm gonna cut and segment to the one thing that felt like it was just actually missing, but I'm not mad about, and they have a clear reason why. Yoshi's not in the movie. They show him his kingdom, Yoshi Island. I'm not Yoshi's #1 fan or anything, but he's cute. Everyone loves him. Structure-wise, and recognition-wise, it was very important to get Mario Kart in there because that's a trailer shot, and that was an amazing action segment for the movie. It was so fun to see all that go down. And with that, I think that's the point where I was kind of like, dang, I get it. It works but I wish Luigi was here. And I know he'll be here in the second movie, and I know he'll probably get a Luigi's Mansion something at some point. Right, little man?
Huh?
I'm just gonna add 5 points for the Mario Kart segment of the movie, because not only was the carts in there were realistically pretty close references to specific carts in the actual carts, but they literally do the menu from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. They have the music from the kart selection in Mario Kart 8. The Rainbow Road music, I think weirdly enough, if I'm remembering correctly, was Mario Kart Double Dashes. And then yeah, past that you just kind of get a little underwater segment, the separation, not something like they're all like mad at each other. It's just kind of Donkey Kong and Mario get effed up, but they kind of helped each other. They're enemy bros. That's I think the biggest surprise of the movie is how well they did Mario and Donkey Kong together. And we're gonna put up a little reference counter there for this game just because it's that good. Play Mario versus Donkey Kong. I guess to sum it up, obviously there's that last wedding sequence fight. Really awesome to see just so many power-ups used there, not only but in the movie in general, and by characters that you don't really see outside of like maybe the context of the games exactly use those power-ups. Donkey Kong, Fire Flower, Peach, Ice Flower. They just did everything right, man, in terms of like making it feel like they use all their assets. Like if they don't make another Mario movie past this, I will be perfectly satisfied. I want to see more because they did it well. I did not expect them to go back to Brooklyn and kind of literally have the final showdown in Brooklyn, because Bowser goes to Brooklyn. What? And they have the final fight there. You see Foreman Spike again. Mario's parents see Bowser. Mario didn't have parents before this. We also never established what is the last name. Is it Mario Luigi? I hope so. It was just a very fun last sequence. I guess just to sum it up, because I can talk about it forever, the ending sequence was super out of left field for me personally, and it was super fun to watch just them mess everything up, mess Bowser up, all his baddies in Brooklyn, and you get to see the Mario Brothers fight. The final action sequence was just the perfect little double cherry on top. I think just to wrap it up, man, like they did it past the illumination worries, past the voice acting worries, which are big worries for an animated movie. They did a great job just making it so that way it starts off kind of off the wall, because they do the commercial. The biggest voice issue realistically is Chris Pratt. And guess what they did? They started off with him over exaggerating the voice, making it actually sound like bing bing wahoo. But yeah, go watch the movie. I hope if you're at this point in the video that you have already. I would love to watch more of the Super Mario Cinematic Universe. Mario's not going anywhere, so you might as well support it if you like it, if you have fun with it. I don't think there's an issue with anything right now. Did you do anything to get canceled, any of you? Oh, Bowser did try to forcibly marry Peach, but you know, it's just that guy. Post-credit scene. Bowser singing a little bit more. I got it. I still need more than just the Peachy song. I love the Peachy song, but I definitely needed more than just that. But the actual post-credits sequence of the Yoshi egg in Brooklyn. 2 things. Worry, I don't want to see any more of Brooklyn realistically. Maybe hints, bits, and pieces in the next movie, but I don't want an ending sequence in there. I understand we might have to start off in there in the next one. I don't want to see too much. Max 5 minutes. It was just so fun. Obviously, I went to the midnight premiere. Realistically, everybody in there is going to be a huge nerd. I think I had the only not nerd next to me, and she still had a great time. It was such a just genuinely fun movie at all points. I can't really think of anything else left to say. I definitely, I've gone on for 50 minutes here. It won't be that long, I'm hoping. Yeah, man, they did it. Super Mario movie was good, and I'm very, very happy about it. All right, let's ask Luigi if he has anything else to say.
I ate a baby toad once.
Peach, understand, I'm gonna love you till the very end. Peaches, 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 oh yeah, yeah.